Hello, everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode on Boundary Line Podcasts with Dillon Pink here. Got Sheldon Dougherty as usual, and what a game we've had today, Sheldon. It just seems that we are back to last over ones, right? Interesting game there. Just when the game was going nowhere, it was going absolutely nowhere. Rajasthan just comes right back in it, and what a finish that was. Last 4 overs going for almost 65 runs there, and it was a nail-biting finish there. Didn't know who was going to win, right? Because the wickets were falling at one end, batsmen were hitting out at one end. But Sheldon, this tournament is just exciting. It's just got exciting. I mean, we just when we thought that we're not getting any more last over games, here we get one on the weekend. So, how was it, Sheldon? How did you like it?
Wow, 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 Dil. What did we just see? It was the two finalists from last year, and boy, oh boy, did they deliver, Dil. That was one of the great games I've seen. I know we saw a lot of them last week as well, but this for me
Mm-hmm.
is right up there, Dil. And it was a game which looked like it was going to be one of the most one-sided games ever, with the way
Mm-hmm.
Gujarat started with the ball. But then we had that unbelievable finish and comeback, Dil. One of the great comeback wins, I'd say, because Rajasthan looked dead and buried at one point, Dil. But the way they came back in the end was just unreal, Dil. And against one of the best sides, the defending champs, a team who before today, Dil, Rajasthan had never beaten. Three losses in three last year. So
Yeah.
wow, away that too in
Yeah.
Gujarat's home ground, unbelievable stuff, Dil.
Yeah, Sheldon, because once you look at that scorecard, you're just thinking like, okay, who else? Like Butler's got out there, Yashasvi Jaiswal's got out there. Apart from Sanju Samson there and Hetmyer, no one else really got going. Of course, we'll discuss that further on as we go there. But coming to Gujarat's batting, Sheldon, there, did you think they were a few runs short? Probably 20 runs the way they were going at the start?
Yeah, Dil, I thought they were actually. I thought when Gill and Pandya were batting, that was a very good partnership. I feel for Gujarat's sake, they would have wanted that to go on a bit longer because I feel that was the most fluent they were in their innings when those two were batting. And then, of course, at the end, Miller killed it. But I thought Sandeep again, Dil, how good has he been since he's come into the side? He had that terrific end as well in Chennai a few days back. And then today, again, excellent, Dil. I think he's been a big tick for them because I felt they were missing out on an Indian bowler in the first two, 3 games. But I feel his addition Dil has really helped Rajasthan.
Absolutely right, Sharon. Sandeep Sharma, they're bowling brilliantly. I mean, look at those figures. They're 2 for 25 in 4 overs, in where everyone's getting whacked at, at the other end. This guy just comes in and bowls like this so well. And rightly, like you said, even in the last game, finishing that must have given like him a lot of confidence. But coming to Gill, Sheldon, I don't know why, I get the feeling, and I think they were discussing that even in the match as well. Like, do you think he's facing like very less balls there when he's there? Because he looked like he was going good, but just when wickets seemed to be going down, like I just felt he was at the non-strikers and more often, right?
Yeah, Dil, yeah, that did happen actually because wickets were falling and you were like, oh, how did Gill still only face these many deliveries?
Yeah.
Like you think with the length of time he batted the crease, right? He should have at least batted 40, 50 balls maybe because, and it was so odd to see. Yeah, he was just struggling for strike. I felt like all the new batsmen who were coming in were just taking up all the strike, and it felt like everyone else were facing deliveries. Yeah, that was happening. I feel Gill as well will be kicking himself because he got a start today. You'd have liked to kick on Bill because he got a pretty 40, but I know Gill would want to kick on and get a bigger scope.
Yeah, absolutely, Sheldon. I thought Gill was looking really good. They played some amazing shots as usual today, and was looking really good, timing the ball really well, but just got it at the wrong time. I felt like just when he was looking to get going on, but like I said, he just faced very few balls there, and I think he got out at the 15th over or something, if I'm not mistaken, for someone who opens and who's playing up until then to the 14th, 15th over, he just ends up, on that score there, so which is pretty shocking there. And then Sheldon, you had Yuzi Chahal there bowling well as usual. Ashwin, though he got whacked in his first 2 overs, he came back brilliantly there. So I thought Rajasthan bowlers really did well to kind of restrict them, right, to 176.
Yeah, they did. And in fact, I thought Rajasthan didn't help themselves in a way because I felt they got the balance of their bowling attack wrong today. Because it wasn't a turner, Dill. It wasn't a ranked turner like in Chennai where three spinners is understandable. They would have loved to have another seamer because at times you felt they had to keep going to Zampa and keep going to Ashwin and Chahal, even though there wasn't much there for the spinners. It felt there was more for the seamers, and we saw that when Gujarat were bowling, the way they started with the ball. So I felt like Rajasthan maybe missed the trick there, but then again, the extra batter worked for Rajasthan in the second inning. So maybe the team worked out perfectly for them.
Absolutely right there. But even I felt, they should have played one more extra
Yeah.
fast bowler there. But in the end, I thought they did a good job there. I mean, Ashwin finished with figures for none for 37 there in his 4 overs. Though he got whacked in his first two, he came back really well. Chahal there as usual, picking up a wicket there of Hardik Pandya. But then Sheldon, just when you thought that Rajasthan were just down and out there, I mean, what a horror start for them, right? 4 for 2 in 3 overs. 4 for 2 in 3 overs, and these guys then come out to finish the match. Just explain that to me, Sheldon. Like, how does Joss Butler and Yashasvi Jaiswal in this case? How do you all play that shots, man? Like, come on, that's not done. Because I thought Shami and Hardik Pandya were bowling really well. Yes, they are bowling really well there, but you gotta stay there at the wicket, right? And especially Joss Butler, Sheldon, last year orange cap winner. Like, come on, man, what the hell are you doing? Like, you can't give away a wicket like that.
Yeah, Dil, I was just gonna say I love Josh Butler as much as most batsmen, and I would love to defend him, Trot, but that shot was shocking, Dil. My God, swinging around, it looks like it's Trent Bridge, and then Butler tries to scoop that, and my God, it looked bad, didn't it, Dil, when his stump got shattered by Mohammad Shami. And Dil, I'll be honest, when that moment happened, I thought game over. As soon as Butler got it, I thought, oh man, Rajasthan are in trouble here. 4 for 2, I believe, at that point
Yeah.
when he got it as well. And the way Hardik and Shami bowled, though, Dill, I want to praise them because my God, the bounce they were getting and the swing they were getting, Dill.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought this was the World Test Championship final in England, the way the ball was zipping around there. And Pandya, I thought what he did was really good, and more teams should do that, Dill.
Yeah.
Is when it's seaming around, bowl 4 overs straight away at the start.
Yeah.
Use that advantage early on. And I thought they got off to a beautiful start, with Pandya and Shami, and I felt they used that really well. Whatever bounce and seam was there.
Absolutely. I thought Hardik Pandya as well bowled brilliantly. Like you said, he bowled himself out there, those 4 overs, and absolutely bowled well, Sheldon. Brilliant fast bowling. That was some top notch fast bowling there by both these guys. And I really felt at one stage, once Samson was there also, I didn't really feel the game was going away from them, but I was just wondering, when is he going to change gears? When is he going to do that shift? But then you just had that feeling that, until Samson's there, the game is not over. Because we've seen him do it time and again in the IPL, right? And it's so exciting to watch. Every four he was hitting, every six, and coming to that Rashid over shot. And I thought that's where the game changed. Those 3 sixes, huge sixes. He's just taking Rashid Khan apart there. But how is this guy not in the Indian team? Sanju Samson. I mean, that's one of the best knocks he's played ever, right? He scored hundreds, he scored like 80s, 90s also. But Sheldon, this has got to be right up there.
Dill, it was such a good innings, and we've seen so many of these from Sanju. And the fact that his innings, I believe, Dill changed the game.
Yeah.
I think Hetmyer's innings or Dhruv's innings or Ashwin's innings at the end wouldn't have been possible without Sanju Samson's knock. The game would have been dead and buried if he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And that's a fact, because he came in when it was tough and he batted through it and he got to the time when the ball got easier.
Yeah.
His innings was unbelievable. And to hit the best spin bowler in T20 cricket like that, the way he hit Rashid Khan, that was unbelievable. Dil. He looked like he was playing some ordinary spinner, Dil, from the parking lot, the way Samson was just smoking him everywhere. And he looked so good, Dil. And when he got it, I was like, oh no, like, come on, like he could have perhaps even got 100 the way he was batting, Dil, because he was looking so good. But terrific knock from Sanju, definitely changed the game, Dil. And how he's not playing for India, Dil, as you mentioned, I just don't know. He's so good. I feel at least in T20s, he should be there. He should be in the team somewhere. I mean, place him anyway, opening, number 3, somehow try to put him in the team because he's such a good talent. Dil.
I absolutely feel he needs to be there, the team in the ODI as well, the ODI team there for India, because he's absolutely brilliant there, Sheldon. You never know when he's going to switch modes on, right? That's the thing about him. I think he's matured also, Sheldon, over the years, with his captaincy, with his batting. Like you said, how does he fit into that Indian side? We don't know. I mean, and guys, let us know in the comment section where you think Sanju Samson has to bat in the Indian team. Let us know there, guys. We'll really appreciate it. But Sheldon Hetmyer, this guy, I think he's just made for these kind of matches, right? Because what a knock they, Sheldon. 56 of 26.
That was insane, Dil. That was Dhoni-esque. I feel that type of finish from Hetmyer, like that was just unbelievable, Dil, because the pressure he was under as well, and the way he was just stroking it so cleanly, Dil. And I think there was even one full toss which they didn't give a no ball in the end, which was
Yeah.
so high, and he somehow just hit it and it flew over for six. And I was like, my God, this guy's a freak till. And I loved how he took responsibility as well towards
Yeah.
the end. He was like, okay, I'll take strike against Rashid Khan, or I'll take strike against Noor when he was bowling. And it just felt like he wanted to finish this game and win it for them. And boy, Dil, that was just an insane knock. This guy is so talented, Dil. Shimron Hetmyer. Like he possibly could do this more as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just so good to see him today.
And of course, those knocks from Jurel and Ashwin were absolutely good at the end. I thought they did their job. Hit a couple of sixes, fours, get out of the way, right? I mean, just they just went for it. But the question what I want to ask you, Sheldon, and he's probably your favorite guy in the Rajasthan team, Riyan Parag.
Oh my
I
God,
mean,
Dil.
Is the persistence with Riyan Parag done for Rajasthan? That's the question that we are asking there. I mean, they've packed him time and again. He just plays just one knock in a year for the team, but then doesn't do enough, I think. Because I mean, he must be a nice guy, right? He must be a good guy playing the shots in the nets and all that. But come on, man, a crunch situation like that when your team, when the score's on the line there, right? The team is on the line there. You can't play that kind of a shot, right, Sheldon, and give away your wicket. How much longer should Rajasthan back this guy?
Dil, you could have asked me this question 4 years ago, and I would have wondered, what's up. Because my God, Dil, and I don't have anything against him. I want to see him do well one day. And prove me wrong and have a great season. But all I hear is them, and they say this a lot, Dil. He's hitting it well in the nets. He's hitting it well in the nets. Okay, but like eventually he's supposed to do it on the pitch, right? That's why they keep persisting with him.
yeah.
And Dhruv has shown that he's already a better finisher than Parag.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it twice this season. That's
Yeah.
more than I've ever seen Parag do it in his Rajasthan career already. And I think they could, play someone else, maybe give someone else a chance. I'm sure if any other batsman got as many chances as Parag got, he would do something else, right? Like, I don't understand. And he starts every game for them, right? Like, have you ever seen him
Yeah.
get dropped for Rajasthan? I've never seen him get dropped.
Yeah, actually, you're right. But because, I mean, if he's playing also, why doesn't he even bowl? Because I believe he used to bowl before, right? He used to bowl before, but Sanju's not even giving him the ball. But I mean, hey, he can field really well. Let's face it, he takes some amazing catches and all that. But his role is that of a batsman in the team. He's playing as a pure batsman. He's not even bowling. So I mean, what the hell is this guy doing in the team? And rightly said, yeah, I mean, he has to be rested for a few games and I mean, give someone else on the bench a chance, man. Like, come on. But Sheldon, that finish there from Dhruv, Jurel, and Ashwin, did you think that was the best one you ever seen? Like these two young guys. I mean, Jurel at least young guy probably come in there, smack it, and then just like give it his all.
Yeah, that was proper finishing. And I feel those two innings were very crucial as well because someone needed to help out Hetmyer as well doing
Yeah.
it. I thought Dhruv as well. First ball, did he just open the face of his bat and hit it for four? And I'm like, wow, this kid's so confident as well because
Yeah.
he just come into this side and he looked like he's belonged. He's come into one of the best sides in the IPL and he's just fit in straight away, which has just been so good to see for a young Indian player. And Ashwin, he may not be young, but he just keeps getting better with age. He's like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Today he came out and he looked like he was MS Dhoni. Ashwin, the way he was just smoking it around for fours and sixes, 10 of 3, job done. He got it to run a ball with his cameo. And, I just feel Ashwin this year, he's rejuvenated his IPL career.
Yeah.
I feel like he really wants to win games as well for Rajasthan.
Yeah.
We talked about the game in Chennai, where Ashwin was pumped and he bowled superbly well.
Exactly.
Today with the bat, and even in Chennai with the bat, it just seems like he's doing everything to help this Rajasthan team. And I just love seeing Ashwin play, like he wants to win and he wants to help this team win the IPL as well. It's just good to see Ashwin just keep reinventing himself somehow.
Oh, you're right, Sharon. Absolutely right. Because the way he was pumped up after hitting that six, like, you thought that, come on, Ashwin, I think Ashwin's just going to do it. You don't need Hetmyer there at the other end. But those two knocks, I thought, really helped Hetmyer because he was like, okay, fine. I don't have to hit anymore to bring the total down. I mean, these guys already did their job there. So Hetmyer just had to hit just 1-6 and then the game was done. But did you think Gujarat didn't use their bowlers quite well? Because Mohit had 2 overs there to go. But it was brave from Hardik. I mean, let's give credit to him. Yeah. It was a brave decision. He could have gone to anyone there to bowl that last over, but he gave it to the new guy, Noor Ahmed there. I thought that was a very brave decision, Sheldon. What did you think?
I think for the last over, I think that was a brave call, and I think that's the right call as well. I think the seamers were getting smoked around, and I think they had to take a risk with the way Hetmyer was playing the
Yeah.
seamer. So I have no problem with that. What I do feel they got wrong though was, not bowling Mohit Sharma enough because he
Hmm.
bowled 2 overs for 7 runs still on that
Yeah.
pitch. And you think at least 1 over in the death he should have bowled when Hetmyer was smoking it around. Maybe. And I was also surprised that Joshua Little didn't play today as the impact player because he was warming up as well, Dill. And then suddenly it was not him. And I was like, oh, he scored pretty well in the tournament. I thought like it was a given that he would come in. But I believe Pandya said that Noor was bowling well in the nets and he was,
Yeah.
they were struggling to pick him. So that's why they brought him in.
Yeah.
And I think Noor bowled okay. I don't think he did anything too
Yeah.
bad. I mean, he came in and bowled in the death. So for a
Yeah.
spinner, that's anyway.
Yeah, actually, Sheldon, you're right. Yeah, I felt, even I was thinking Josh Little was going to come in, but I thought Gujarat, when they played Noor, was a smart move because they only had Rashid Khan there, for them. So I thought by bringing in Noor, I thought that was a good move for them just to mix things up a bit. And probably Shimron admired the way they were going, like, they can just bowl those slower ones there. He can just miscue it or something that goes straight up, and then the catch was going to go. So that was the plan, and I thought maybe today it didn't go, but probably in the other games, that would probably go their way. And I think you're absolutely right about Mohit. Also, like, I thought they didn't use him well enough. Alzari Joseph had a very forgetful game today. He started off well in this tournament, but then the last few games he's just not done well there. So you're right on that one. Mohit Sharma should have bowled more. But do you think now Gujarat have lost two now in two? And two close games that they should have probably won, especially the first one with KKR. That game was, for them to win there, but in the end, that magical innings from Rinku, we all know, just stole the game away from them. And even here today, after being 26 in 6 overs at Rajasthan, these guys go out there and finish the match scoring almost 65 in the last 4.
Yeah, Dil, that is insane. And it's also, Dil, that the 2 games that they've been bowling second, they've lost, which
Hmm.
is going to be a worry for Gujarat as well, because we know chasing their wonderful side. We've seen
Yeah.
their record, how good it is chasing. But this is looking, like a worrying thing because 2 games they should have won. And they
Yeah.
should have finished the job in both the games. And I think Pandya will look at that and say, okay, our death bowling's got to be better than that, Dil. We can't be losing games where we have so much to defend in the end. What, around 120 runs or so they had in the last 9 overs to defend till today,
Yeah. That was a
around
lot.
that much,
Yeah.
which is pretty insane. And last game, till where they had 29 runs to defend in the last over,
Yeah.
like you shouldn't be losing those games. And I think Pandya will be looking at that and saying, "Come on, guys, the death bowling's got to be a bit better."
Absolutely. Pandya's going to be looking at that and he's going to be taking some notes. We are going to be keeping our eyes out for tomorrow's match because that's another cracker there that's happening in Bangalore between RCB and CSK. Fingers crossed, RCB fans, let us know in the comment section what's going to happen tomorrow. Either way, well, I mean, that's going to be an interesting game, I know for sure. But thank you so much for watching the video, guys. We've had fun bringing this video to you and all the other ones as well. We want to thank all our viewers there for giving us all the likes, the comments, the shares. Please continue to do so. If you like this content that we're putting out, you like our videos, do hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, guys. It will really help us so that the algorithm pushes it out there and our video reaches to more people in this world. So thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.